That is correct. Our star girl Caitlin Clark has officially stepped away from basketball, now choosing to compete in a golf tournament.
Caitlin Clark really is the female version of Steph. It was recently revealed that Clark is a bit of a golfer, taking up the sport at 6 years old after being introduced to the game by her dad.
Caitlin decided she's not going to pick up a basketball for a while, opting out of the opportunity to play 3v3s and overseas basketball. Instead, she's chasing down another sport, this time golf.
Clark's proved that she's pretty solid on the course, saying that she averages in the low 80s. She even made an appearance in the 2023 John Deere Classic Pro-Am. And while Clark says she enjoys playing to escape from reality for a bit, she says it also helps her on the court.
Clark revealed on Monday that she'll be participating in the Pro-Am. Not only will she be taking her clubs around the 18 holes, but she'll also be speaking at the tournament's Women's Leadership Summit panel the day before. I love golf, so the opportunity to play in the Pro-Am for a tournament with a legend like Annika Sorenstam's name on it is so exciting.
So maybe play some golf. I think that's what I'm gonna do until it gets too cold in Indiana. So I got that. I'll become a professional golfer.
Not too much, babe.
Yeah.
Just wait, keep it basketball.
Caitlin is on side quests after dominating the WNBA. She now looks ahead towards this tournament where I'm sure her fans will come out and show their deep support. I mean, look at the support she has already gotten. She's completed the WNBA season and transformed the WNBA. Now she's looking to do the same for golf.
It looks like we're not going to be seeing Caitlin Clark play basketball again for another 200 days. An ESPN reporter said at the end of the Indiana Fever Connecticut Sun Game 2 that Caitlin Clark almost definitely will not be playing basketball this offseason. So no overseas and no 3-on-3 unrivaled league.
At least now she will be playing a sport where refs don't get involved too much, and she can show her skills without being fouled every 5 minutes.
The offensive fouls are definitely surprising at times. I feel like I do get held and get quite a bit of contact throughout the games, and then you get hit with some of those when you take some contact and give contact back. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know. Like, apparently they see something different, and then we have to use our challenge.
Caitlin Clark's decision to step away from basketball at the end of the WNBA 2024 season and her shocking announcement of opting to compete in Annika Sorenstam's LPGA Pro-Am tournament has truly sent ripples through both the basketball and golf communities. For a player who has become synonymous with excellence on the basketball court, this unexpected turn has left many fans and analysts alike wondering what drove her to such a drastic decision.
Regardless of whatever noise has been out there. So when you show that you're able to perform in the face of adversity, to me, that is the true testament to greatness. And that's why we're looking at her and we're saying greatness is on the way.
Caitlin, known for her relentless drive, laser focus, and unparalleled talent, has never been one to shy away from a challenge. Her decision to enter the world of professional golf speaks volumes not just about her athletic prowess, but about her desire to push herself beyond what anyone thought possible. And in typical Caitlin Clark fashion, she's making headlines. Not because she's stepping away from one sport, but because she's taking on another one, seemingly with the same determination that made her a household name in the WNBA, to play in Pro-Am at LPGA's The Annika. Clark is a Gainbridge ambassador, and the day before the Pro-Am, she will serve as a panelist at the Women's Leadership Summit at site of the tournament. For her fans, this decision might have been a shock at first, but anyone who truly understands Caitlin knows that she's always looking for the next mountain to climb. The grind of the WNBA, especially during her rookie season, was undoubtedly taxing. And as much as basketball is in her blood, even the most dedicated athletes sometimes need to step away to recharge and refocus.
Basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast.
Caitlin's announcement, rather than a sign of stepping back, is actually a testament to her ambition. She's not content with merely being one of the best basketball players in the world. She's now setting her sights on conquering a new realm. Her entry into the LPGA Pro-Am is a clear signal to the sports world that Caitlin Clark isn't done making waves. She's just shifting her energy in a new direction. And for the fans who have followed her every move, this isn't just about golf, it's about witnessing the next chapter in the story of one of the greatest competitors of our time. Caitlin's passage in basketball has always been about pushing limits, breaking records, and setting new standards for excellence. From her earliest days playing the sport, she has been someone who goes beyond expectations, always finding ways to surprise even her most dedicated fans. But this time, her decision to take a break from basketball, even if only temporarily, feels deeply personal.
Do you want me to just say I told you so, or are you willing to say, Stephen A., you did tell us? Really? Caitlin Clark is the golden goose.
After an exhausting rookie season filled with both triumph and frustration, Caitlin recognized that in order to continue performing at her best, she needed to step away, if only for a moment. It's a move that shows wisdom beyond her years. Most rookies would be hesitant to pause after such a successful season, fearing that momentum might be lost. But Caitlin understands that in order to maintain longevity and preserve the passion that drives her, sometimes a break is necessary.
Yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So,
for someone who has lived and breathed basketball for most of her life, this decision might seem like a departure from the norm, but it's one that Caitlin made with full confidence. It wasn't an impulsive decision, nor was it one born out of frustration with basketball itself. Rather, it was a decision rooted in self-awareness, a recognition that sometimes even the most driven individuals need to step back in order to move forward. Her rookie season was nothing short of incredible, but it was also grueling. The physical and emotional toll of playing at such a high level, night after night, game after game, would be enough to wear anyone down. Caitlin's decision to take a break, then, is one of self-preservation, allowing her to recharge her body and mind so that when she returns to basketball, she's able to perform at an even higher level. What people may not realize is that this decision to step away from basketball doesn't mean that Caitlin is stepping away from competition entirely. Far from it. In fact, her choice to take up golf during the WNBA offseason is proof that Caitlin is still very much in the game, just in a different arena. Golf may seem like a world away from basketball, but for Caitlin, it offers the perfect blend of challenge and relaxation. It's a sport that requires mental toughness, focus, and precision, all qualities that Caitlin has in abundance. But unlike the fast-paced, physically demanding world of basketball, golf allows her to take her time, to focus on each shot, to find peace in the stillness of the course. In many ways, golf is the perfect antidote to the high-octane world of the WNBA. And for Caitlin, it's an opportunity to continue competing while also giving her body and mind the break they so desperately need.
But what's even more impressive, she's first team WNBA. First.
You know, Shannon, I hear you, right? I hear you 100%. But another level of noise was coming from people. You were one of them who also tried to create a picture around Caitlin that the league was against her based on the actions of less than 5 former players or current players, which also creates a lot of noise.
You're not entirely accurate with what you just said. What we said was there was noise out there. When we pointed that out, we said why. What was the necessity for it? Because a rising tide lifts all boats.
Caitlin's announcement that she would be competing in Annika Sorenstam's LPGA Pro-Am has sent shockwaves through the golf community. While many had expected Caitlin to take some time off after her grueling basketball season, few anticipated that she would use that time to pursue another sport at such a high level. But then again, this is Caitlin Clark we're talking about. She's never been one to follow the expected path.
State champion in high school for golf. Have you played with
Grace
her?
was?
Yeah.
What?
Have you played with anyone? Yeah.
Grace, you're a state champion golfer? Why did you hide that from me?
While many athletes might have been content with taking a break from competition entirely, Caitlin's competitive nature wouldn't allow her to sit still for long. Golf, for Caitlin, offers a new challenge, a new way to test her skills and push herself in ways that basketball can't. And as she prepares to compete in the LPGA Pro-Am, it's clear that Caitlin isn't just there to participate, she's there to win. Her natural athleticism, combined with her laser focus and determination, make her a formidable opponent on the golf course, just as she is on the basketball court. And while she may be new to the world of professional golf, Caitlin has already shown that she's more than capable of holding her own against some of the best players in the world. Every time Caitlin steps onto the course, crowds gather, eager to watch her in action. It's not just her basketball fans who are turning out golf fans, curious to see how this basketball phenom will fare in their sport, are showing up in droves. Caitlin's presence on the golf course has brought a level of attention and excitement to women's golf that hasn't been seen in years. For Caitlin, golf is more than just a hobby. It's a way to reconnect with herself, to find balance after the emotional and physical toll of her rookie season. While basketball will always be her first love, golf offers a different kind of satisfaction. It's a sport that challenges her in new ways, requiring a level of patience and precision that basketball doesn't demand. And for Caitlin, that challenge is exactly what she needs.
This draft class, 2024, led by Caitlin Clark. It's going to be one. It's going to be one. They're going to remember this.
Oh, yeah.
And these salaries, these women salaries.
It's going to continue to go up.
Yep.
She's always been someone who thrives on pushing herself, on testing her limits, and golf provides the perfect opportunity for her to do just that. But beyond the competition, golf offers Caitlin something even more valuable, a chance to slow down, to take a breath, and to enjoy the process. There's a magnetic pull to her life. Watching an elite athlete like Caitlin test her skills in a completely different arena is something that fascinates sports fans. Her presence has injected a renewed energy into women's golf, a sport that has long needed a fresh face with the kind of crossover appeal Caitlin brings.
Okay, now let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin Clark has gotten them today.
Her fan base, which was once focused solely on her basketball exploits, is now expanding, with many of her followers tuning into golf for the first time, intrigued by her move. In many ways, Caitlin is helping to bridge the gap between two very different sports, opening doors for new audiences to appreciate the strategic brilliance of golf while continuing to celebrate the intensity of basketball. Caitlin's star power extends far beyond the basketball court, transcending the boundaries of any single sport. Whether she's dominating a basketball game or mastering her swing on the golf course, she has an undeniable ability to draw people in. It's not just her talent that captivates audiences. Although her skill is certainly a major factor, it's her entire presence.
With Caitlin comes millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs. And with those millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs, unfortunately, is going to come some people who are not nice.
Fans are drawn to Caitlin because of her authenticity, her drive, and the passion she brings to everything she does. She's not just an athlete, she's a role model. Someone who stands for resilience, hard work, and pushing the limits of what's possible. Caitlin's passage is inspiring on so many levels, and she has become a beacon of motivation for countless people, both young and old, who look to her as an example of what can be achieved with dedication and perseverance.
There's a reason 12 million people are watching ESPN for a game. If that game was on CBS, they probably would have had 25, 30 million people watching that game.
As Caitlin steps away from basketball, the WNBA is feeling her absence in a big way. The minute Caitlin was eliminated from the playoffs, the league's viewership took a nosedive. Fans weren't just tuning in to watch basketball, they were tuning in to watch Caitlin Clark. Without her on the court, the excitement around the league has diminished, and the numbers reflect that.
But if you guys take a look at the stands, all the seats, even the courtside seats, are empty.
The WNBA has long struggled with maintaining consistent viewership, but Caitlyn's presence brought a new level of attention to the league. Now, with her gone, the league is grappling with how to keep fans engaged. Even as the WNBA heads into the finals, the excitement just isn't the same without Caitlyn. Caitlyn's absence from the WNBA has highlighted just how important she is to the league's future. Her ability to draw in viewers, not just with her talent, but with her personality and charisma, is something the league desperately needs. Without her, the WNBA is struggling to maintain the same level of interest.
Proved that she's pretty solid on the court, saying that she averages in the low 80s. She even made an appearance in the 2023 John Deere Classic Pro-Am. And while Clark says she enjoys playing to escape from reality for a bit, she says it also helps her on the court.
It's clear that Caitlyn is the future of the league, and the WNBA will need to do everything in its power to keep her happy, protected, and engaged moving forward. Caitlyn's decision to take a break from basketball has shown the WNBA just how much they need her, and it's a wake-up call for the league to prioritize its star players. In the meantime, let's enjoy Caitlyn Clark tackling a different sport. As of right now, there are no plans for the event to be streamed. Hopefully, interest in the event can change that. Even though the event right now isn't going to be streamed, I'm sure Caitlyn Clark fans all over the world will be trying their best to tune in to watch Caitlyn in any possible way they can, whether they go to see her in person or try and watch from home. One thing is for certain, whatever Caitlyn does, it will be watched by millions. That's why it's called the Caitlyn Clark effect. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.